Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, my goodness. Let's get a minute or so. I know everybody's going to be on time tonight because whenever it's bingo, everybody's on time. So as you're coming in, be sure to say hello. Let me know you're here. Everybody will be here on time, I know. I know. If you're doing bingo, everybody's here. So be sure to say hi that I know you're here. I forget how many names I had for bingo. Hi, Carol. Hello, Cecilia. Welcome. Hi, Fran. So we have Carol, Julia, Fran. Hey, Mary. Hello. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Just going down the list of the names who turned their numbers in. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we have lucky number 12. We have 12. 12 people coming in tonight. Hopefully, right? Everybody remembers. Hi, Melanie. I tried to send out reminders. So, you know, could only remind so many times. Hello, Lisa. So let's see, it's showing up 8, but that might be counting me. Welcome and come on in. Do you like my new mat? I got a new mat. Amazon. I love purple. So I thought I needed a nice new purple mat. My other one was getting a little ragged, so I put that one under my embroidery machine. So I love it, although it has that like weird smell. You know, that weird, I don't know, kind of like vinyl-y smell. A lot of times I like that smell, but it's kind of like a, you know. The other side of this is black, so I like that. If anybody's looking for a mat, does it count twice if I'm on my laptop and cell phone? Yeah, I think so. I like that it has this, so when I'm cutting out fabric in that, you know, you can see the different squares. This is one of those self-healing mats. The other side is black. Looks the same as this, but it's black. But I like that. Now I have to readjust my paper. But anyhow, I raised my phone up a little bit too, so you can see more of my messy work desk. And I mean, it is total mess. Total mess. So I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to another Facebook Live. Tonight we're going to be doing butterflies and bingo. We're going to be doing the double B's. So I hope you have your numbers in front of you. If not, get your numbers and we'll get started in just a minute or so. So while we're waiting, I'll just go over a few important information in case you've missed out. The Hey Chick and Hey Chick birthday bundles are currently going on. I may have to adjust this light. Don't want shadows. So if you're interested in getting those, I should have checked before I came on what the status was, if they're still orderable, if they're on a back order. I think they're still orderable. You can purchase the stamp sets and the dies separately or all together. Hey Nancy, welcome to the living here. I hope you're feeling a little better. Nancy is a little bit feeling the pain today, shall we say. So we're hoping she's not too dopey here and looped up on her meds, so she can keep her numbers straight. If not, I'm the dopey one and I can't keep numbers straight. So these are two great bundles that you'll only be able to get through June 30th. And next up is Paper Pumpkin. I posted last night some of the cards from this month's Paper Pumpkin. And I love the kit. The next one coming, hi Sue, welcome. Yeah, see, the gang's all coming in now. I have a YouTube channel over at StampinSueCreates. I did an unboxing of it, and I mentioned that there's some free gifts in next month's Paper Pumpkin, so if you're not yet a subscriber, subscribe today because you only have through March 10th. And you're going to be getting some stencils and a Stampin' sponge as a free gift. Well, 5 free gifts, actually, in your kit. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be The Adventure Begins. It's going to have enough supplies to create 8 cards and coordinating envelopes. And again, the 4 free stencils and the stamping sponge. and a cute collectible box as well. So the boxes are a lot of fun. So just want to remind you that you can now sign up for this through March 10th. And next up, we're coming to the end of Celebration. So Celebration ends on Sunday. I'm going to be closing out the current host code probably either tomorrow night or at around midnight, or Saturday. That number will no longer be available, and you won't be able to get the PDF flyer for February once February is done on the 28th. So once March 1st comes, there's going to be a brand new PDF with a $35 purchase and using the host code. You're going to be excited. I saw a lot of the designs by the Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. And if you're into fun techniques, then this is going to be your month for March, because all the tutorials are including fun techniques. Some of them revisited, some of them, you know, maybe new to you. So you'll definitely want to get that. If you are a member of my Sweet Bee Stampers team, and you still can sign up, it's an open invitation to come and join the Stampin' Up! Family. You will get those automatically free posted on our Facebook page each and every month. So those gals, well, no guys yet, those gals can go back in and see all of them by being a member of the Sweet Bee Stampers team. So the promotion for Celebration also ends on the 28th of this month, which is Sunday, right? So $99, you get $125 worth of product, plus brand new, not even released yet, packs of designer series paper, 200 sheets in total, added for free to your starter kit. So free shipping, and it's a great value, and it's a lot of fun. So Kathy here is my newest member of our team. Carol is also a member of my team. Mary's a member of the team. I'm trying to think who all else is here. Fran is a member of my team. I have total now 12 in my first level. So welcome all of you team members. I always welcome them to come in and have fun on my Facebook Lives. Maybe inspire them, you know, to create, or maybe they're just a hobby demo and they just like to stamp and come and have fun. So that is all ending, though. That special promotion with the free designer series paper packs is Sunday. So March 1st is starting a whole new month. And speaking of March 1st, this is a collection of products called Butterfly Bouquet. It's available March 2nd until May 3rd. And it's a great bunch of products. And I don't normally like to show you things ahead of time if you can't order, but being that this is just the beginning of next week, if I wait too long, I want to make sure you guys have all the numbers, you're all set, you have it all written down. Now, of course, Celebration will be over, so you won't be earning the free product, but there's another Celebration coming mid-year. So all new products, all new freebies, all new fun stuff. So get your order in Sunday, and then come on back on March 2nd and order this bundle. So if you would like to sign up as a demonstrator currently, you can add this bundle to your starter kit, which is another plus. And let me know if there's questions. I'll answer them for you. So this is a collection of butterflies. So you can purchase them as a bundle, or you can purchase them separately. There's also designer series paper and a natural touch specialty paper. Now, these papers are while supplies last. They are not going to be in the new annual catalog. They are not going to be available. Once they're gone, they're gone. So that's why I want to make sure that I get all this information to you ahead of time, because these butterfly products are literally going to fly out the door. So the bundled savings price is 10% off. Of course, these are, you know, scaled down sizes. If you're interested in the DSP, the number is 156824, and that is 48 sheets. They're 6x6 in size. If you're interested in the natural birch color and texture of this natural touch specialty paper, that item number is 156825. You'll be able to go back and watch this on the replay, but I will post these numbers in our group here if you need them. So to bundle the two butterflies and the dies together, it's 155821. Or if you're interested in them separately, the stamp set is 155092. And the Brilliant Wings dies is 155523. If you don't want to remember all of those numbers and you want it all, you could do that easily. One item number is 159408. Okay, 159408. You get the whole bundle of products. The whole bundle of them come together $71.25. It's a great deal because you get a lot in this. Here's my recommendation. It is a nice suite. Paper is gorgeous. Because I'm a demonstrator, we were able to order the designer series paper. We can get two, but we can only order like one stamp set and one die. Here's what I'm going to do. I already got my set. I'm going to go back in on, is that Tuesday the 2nd? And I'm going to buy another one of these stamp sets. The stamp set is $17 because these are all one stamp. I'm going to get them and I'm going to cut the butterflies apart. Yes, I know, but I'll have one that's together and one that's cut apart. Something to think about because you may only want to stamp a butterfly or two. You may not want to stamp them all, but you also want to have them all as one because the die is one piece and the stamps are one piece and they cut them all out. Boom, bada bing, stamp, cut out, done. So something to think about to add an extra stamp set so that you can cut your butterflies apart. Okay? And of course, to use the dies, you will need the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You will need the large one because to fit this die on there, it will not fit on the small one. Right? All right. Any questions on that? I'll tuck that over there. All right. So, of course, how many of you remember the sampler that we did, right, for Valentine's Day? Okay, well, Valentine's Day is over, and I thought one of the fun projects we can make together smells. What smells? Hi, Michelle. I don't know. Oh, the paper smells a lot. Oh, yeah. We are, I'm coming out of the closet. I am a paper sniffer. So raise your hand if you like to sniff paper. I know I just saw my daughter come on, and I know she will raise her hand because she gets that. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. She gets that from me. So I thought, first off, what I would do is to make a new sampler. So I didn't make one yet. I wanted to make it together with you. And then I have a fun card with techniques. And then I have samples to share. And of course, in between all of that, we're going to be doing some bingo. So first off, let's do our sampler page. It's going to be quick, simple. We're working out of the mini catalog. And on page 32 and 33, oh, now you get it. Oh, come on. You don't tell me you guys don't sniff the paper. There's my daughter. Yes, she seconds that. She knows. We sniff paper. We sniff our Stays-On ink pad. It smells yummy. What could I say? I was one of those kids that had those sketch markers with the scents, and I used to sniff them too. Who knows what they did to us, you know, because now everything is like toxic, you know. Back then, well, now everything's non-toxic. Back then, everything was toxic. So I thought to make this fun sampler, I'm going to work with this Fine Art Floral Designer Series paper on page 33. There you go. I sniff everything. You sniff stamps. Yeah, photopolymers smell like chocolate, right? And the red rubber, well, it just smells like red rubber, you know. I'm also going to incorporate this Golden Garden Designer Series acetate sheets, which lays perfectly over one of the sheets in here. I'm going to show you that. What else do I have here tagged? Oh, that would be for later. The blending brushes. I believe it does smell good. Thank you. Last time I checked, I thought they might be on back order, but you get 3 of them. I'm going to play with those later too. That's why I have this big sticky note there. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to bring in, one of the sheets, this is one of those beautiful sheets from that collection. Look at how stunning that is. I mean, this, if you like to do scrapbooking or you just like to do wall art, I mean, this is beautiful, right? Just like this. Let's take a peek at the other side because I don't remember what that was. Okay, the other side has like a wash of color on it. It's stunning. But did you know with the acetate sheets, one side is gold, and when you flip it over, the other side is silver. How fun is that? I don't think there's a coating on these. There may be. It is pretty. Add that to your list. Get your order. I'm looking to see if there's a coating on it. I'm thinking there's not. But it kind of looks like there may be. Anybody know? If there is a, sometimes they have a sheet on top. Well, I'm just going to go with there's not. Okay, so look at this. Look at the two of these together. Like, hello. Is that not stunning? So we thought how fun it would be to decorate it, because that goes on perfectly on top. And it's 12 by 12, so I have my frame from before. And I'm so in love with our blending brushes. They are amazing to work with. Hi, Kay. I didn't see you sneak in. So what I did ahead of time is, and I like to use my folders that my dies come in, because I like to keep my dies in with my stamps. So then you have all these great organizing folders that you can use. There is a layer to peel off. Okay, because I'm thinking it looks cloudy. All right, Kay says yes. I'm not sure which side. Kay, do you know, is it the gold or the silver? Why am I not feeling it? Not feeling it. Because I thought all our acetate sheets have a protective coating on it to peel off. Well, I don't want to waste your time. You watching me try to peel this off. If anybody has a trick to this, I'm not feeling it, Kay. But it does look cloudy. It looks cloudy to me. Kay says yes. Well, I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to waste any more time on it. So there is a coating on it. So if anybody has any tips on that, but the way you have it on here, you don't even know. So I'm just going to lay that on there. So what I did ahead of time is I took the designer series paper and the dies, and it cuts out a whole sheet of the paper. Okay, so I have two sheets here. And I also took our vellum, which I'm ordering more, piece of scotch tape. Piece of scotch tape. Huh. Huh. How about a Band-Aid? Oh, I don't know where my tape is. I was using it for something. What did I use it for? I'm going to try a Band-Aid. Look at these cool Band-Aids. Got them in one of my subscription boxes. Let's try that. Look at it. It says, I love sewing. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. I'm just not meant to peel anything tonight. Okay. Cool Riley Blake Band-Aids. I keep them handy because, just because. All right, let me get this Band-Aid. All right. I love it. All right. Okay. All right. Well, the Band-Aid is definitely probably stickier. Oh, look. Okay, got it. Okay, it's on the silver side. Great idea. Who gave the Band-Aid idea? I'm not going to waste that Band-Aid. I'm going to put it over there. It's on the silver side. La. That was a great idea. Who said that? I don't remember. Raise your hand. Who said that? There we go. Now. There we go. Look at how much clearer that is. Lori, look at, see how much clearer before it was foggy? Great idea. Band-Aid, Scotch tape. Great tip. Please stand. Okay. So I cut out the butterflies and I cut the vellum. And what I thought I would do, and I feel like I have something stuck under my finger now. I thought I would do a little bit of layering with some glue dots. But that was a great tip. So remember, when you get yours, don't try peeling on the gold side. Peel on the silver side. Who knew that, right? And I'm just putting the glue dot in the center. And what I thought is I'm just going to decorate this with some butterflies. And I have some dragonflies too, because I was playing with that as well. And, you know, this is how to show you how quick and simple you can use our products for more than just card making. Look at, you could just lay those butterflies on there. All right, let's see. I ran out of vellum. Actually, I'm going to be, when I close out that workshop, I'm going to throw a couple things in there for myself. And one of the things is vellum, because I believe, here's another butterfly. I believe I'm going to need them for Michelle's wedding invitations. So let's keep our fingers crossed, everybody. Say a couple prayers that all this is lifted and that we don't have any restrictions on the amount of people that can attend the wedding. So I know Michelle's a little worried about that, and we're probably a lot worried. You probably don't even have to use the vellum. You can just use it like that without it. And okay. Here's another one. Yes. And then, I don't know how many of you may be Catholic and maybe know this, but this was something my mother did when I was getting married, was to put the Blessed Mother in the window. They lifted them in Ohio to say, oh, that's wonderful. We're still at like, we're not locked down. I'm going to use some dimensionals on the back, but we're at, let me use the bigger ones. We're at like a low, like a 50% capacity or something like that. So, okay. So I'm going to take my butterflies. And, yes, exciting. We have a wedding coming up. In June. The end of June. So, so we're all excited about that. Okay. So I'm just putting dimensionals on the back. And that there. And I'm putting it on the acetate because, you know, I can always change it, right? You put it right on the acetate. Because this is going to go in a frame. And you can choose to put like a saying on it. You can put some rhinestones. Let's see. But quick and simple. You know, if you need a gift for somebody, how fun would this be to make them a fun gift? You know, maybe somebody bought a new home. You want to bring them a housewarming gift. This is something that, you know, they can't get anywhere else. Okay, where's my magic box? I think it needs a few little blingies. And I'm telling you, these holiday rhinestones, I just cannot get enough of them. So let's see, what color do we want? Well, we could do a variety of colors. Let's put like a little green one there. Here's a red one we can stick there. There's a yellow one. We can put on the butterflies if you want to put on the butterflies. Just a few little blingies here and there. You can add a ribbon to this if you want. You know, hey, you can really zhuzh this up however you want. And it'll have a little sparkle when it's hanging. So, and then let's put some of these on the butterflies. So these are fun because they come in different sizes, all in one pack. Right? So fun, simple, quick. And I'm not looking up, so if you're saying anything, I'm missing your comments. So we really need to have a moderator that, well, we can assign that to somebody. Who would like to be the moderator that can answer questions when my head is down? Sign up below. All right. Real simple, quick. You can do as much or as little to this as you want. Totally up to you. Totally up to you. But I like the rhinestones on the butterflies. Oh, we got one more. Let's put a little bit of red on that one. I know, and you're like, oh my gosh, you're putting a red one on a blue. Yeah, why not, right? Now don't forget, tomorrow night I'm going to be back again. 6 o'clock, I believe. We're going to do a final celebration wind down. Share some samples with you. You know, just have some fun. Okay. Let's see, what else can we do? You know, we can add a lot more to this if you want to, but I don't know. I think I'm going to be done with it for now. Let me get my little butterflies in case I need them later. Put them over there. And let's see. What else can I do? So let me show you something while I'm here doing this. I was going to show it to you later, but heck, let's get it over with now, right? We have this fun bundle called Many Messages, and I haven't really done anything with this yet. It's a bundle with the stamp and a die. So here's the stamp is all one, and then the die is all one. So you stamp, you stamp this out, and then you put the die over the top of it. Now, when you're lining this up, you may wonder, why is there a heart and stars on here? Those are on here to help you line it up after you stamp it. So you line up the heart and the stars, and once they are lined up, then you know it's going to cut them out perfectly. So if you love sayings, maybe you don't have any, and you want to get some, what a great way to stamp and cut out a whole ton of samples of sayings. Okay, so here's what they look like when you stamp them. And I would recommend the Stamparatus for large dies like this. And tons of different sayings. So what I did is I just stamped a bunch of them. I stamped one on black cardstock and embossed with white. And I think they're really fun. So I thought maybe we can add one of these on here, like, up here somewhere. You can change it out. It kind of means more than you could ever imagine. I'm just trying to see. So happy to hear your exciting news. Congratulations. That one says just a card to say hello. There's like a ton of them. Hooray, it's your birthday. Even some of them are embossed with little dashes on there. Wishing you a year of magical moments and wonderful memories. So if you were giving that as a gift, you can put that there. What's this one? I'm so happy to celebrate these moments with you. I was kind of thinking of maybe something with one of these long ones. Hoping your day is full of love, laughter, and joy. Maybe you could put like something like that up there. So let's just do that. But it's a great bundle of products if you missed that in the catalog. And I'm just going to put little glue dots on this because if I change my mind or I want to add a ribbon later, because when you step away from it, you hang it up, you step away. The next day you look at it and you're like, oh, I think I want to add something or another to it. So just throw a few glue dots on there and you're good to go. You can change it at your leisure. So let's put this in a frame. This would look great in a black frame, and I believe I have black frames, but this one was hanging on the wall. I just took it off the wall because I need something new. Okay. So, and the frame I got on Amazon. Okay, let me try to get this out of here. And this is a great frame because it doesn't have glass on it. It's plastic. So I'm going to keep that. And I'm going to put my butterfly page in here. And I'm going to put this right back in there. So no worries if you be wondering. There's plenty of room in here that you can stick a few layers. And this way I won't lose my part one. I won't have to worry about it getting all bent up or anything like that. And are you ready? Shall we look? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And I mean, all it was designer series paper, acetate, and I think my saying looks crooked, so I could fix that. Yeah, it does. And a few little rhinestones, and look how pretty that is. I don't even think it's showing up that well on here, but, and this background of this paper, it actually looks in person like it's textured, but it's not. It's just printed. And I know you're getting all the reflections of all of my lights. Isn't that wonderful? Wouldn't you love to receive that as a gift? I mean, very simple, right? I'm telling you. Am I not good or what? So, okay, that is our first project. So let me know, do you like that? Is that something you think you would do? Very pretty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, I am addicted to this tea. I got myself this little teapot. You are great. You know what else you can probably do if you really wanted to? I don't have any more vellum butterflies, but you can actually take one and then I'll get back to my tea. You could take one and put it on the outside like that. Add a few rhinestones to that one if you wish. And yeah, then it's kind of hanging off the edge. You could tie a bow going around the frame. That would be pretty too. But I love it. I love it. I have to decide where I'm going to hang it. Oh, so I want to tell you my tea. I have this tea that I bought. It is a cinnamon spice tea. And oh my gosh, I bought this little teapot that you could put right on the stove and put the tea bags in it, let it seep for a little bit. And oh, that is my new thing to do when I come home from work, is to put the little pot of tea on and have some tea instead of drinking all the coffee. Who knows? Probably tea is worse for me. No? Okay. Does everybody have their numbers? Are you all ready for bingo? Are you ready? Okay. So we're working with embellishments tonight. And I have small gifts this time. Small gifts. But be sure to come back tomorrow because there may be something tomorrow too. So we're going to do something a little different. You got your bingo numbers? Great. Now, last time we kind of had some multiple winners on a number, and I was a little worried about that this time because I only have a couple little gifts to give away. So here's what we're going to do. So we'll play 3 games of bingo. Okay, I have 3 prizes to give away. I have a set of rhinestones, which you can use your Stampin' blends to make them any color you like. I have a pack of Stampin' dimensionals. So if you're making that project, you need dimensionals, you need rhinestones, and then I have a pack of metallic pearls. They are gold and silver metallic pearls. Okay, so does everybody, you all remember how to play bingo? So when you win, you get your choice of which one you would want. They're all great prizes. They're little, but they pack a punch in your stamping. So, everybody okay? So when I call a number, everybody has their numbers. If I have your number, say you had number 1, I pick number 1, then you're going to type in capital letters, please, the letter B. If I call your second number, then you're going to type in BI, and we're going to continue on that way, okay? Sorry, let me grab a drink. I still have this cough left over from this virus. Okay, so only 1 winner, please, per night, okay? If you win a second time, I will send you a hand-stamped card, okay, as your consolation prize. So only to make it fair for everyone to have a chance to win. Now, if we have multiple winners, it's going to be the first person that types in the BINGO that I see. Now, of course, when you're looking at your screen, keep in mind, you're going to see yours first. because you, of course, typed it. But it's the first bingo that I see. So if there's like 5 of you that all get bingo, it's the first one. So does everybody understand that? Everybody? Okay, we good to go? Everybody here? Got your numbers? So one winner. So if you won one time, you could still yell out, type out bingo, yell it out, capital letters, because that's what we're doing, capital letters, because we're yelling. B, you know, I, N, you know. If you won a second time, then I will send you a card. We'll continue playing until someone new that hasn't won yet. All right? Everybody good? Not seeing no hearts, not seeing no nonsense. I'm still seeing 12 peoples here. All right, so here we go. There we go. There's the thumbs up. Got it. Okay. Hearts, thumbs up. Love them. You know, keep throwing them up there all throughout the night so that I know that you like it. All right. First number. Here we go. And I did check to make sure all the numbers were here. Number 22. Number 22. So if you have number 22, you're going to be typing in capital letters B. Okay. The next number is number 18. B for Kathy. Yay. 18. B for Lori. All right. I'm going to try to keep these numbers in order on my paper. Oh, look at all them B's coming up. The next number is 23. 23. And I do have a printout of the sheet so that I can verify your numbers. Okay. But I want to make sure that you have the numbers so you can type everything in because you have to be here. Mary has B-I. Okay. Cecilia has B. All right. Okay, next is number 3. We got number 3. Kathy has B-I. All right. Next number is 14. 14. B for Fran. B-I for Cecilia. Okay. B for Lisa. All right. Next number is 25. I'll slow down once I get, once we start getting to like G, because then I want to make sure I'm looking at the screen while I'm doing this. 25 is the next number. B-I-N for Kathy. Yay. B for Melanie. Everybody on the board now? Sue, a B. All right. B for Nancy. Hey, Nancy, hang in there, girl. All right. Looks like we have next for number 24. Number 24. Okay. 24. Alrighty. Oh, excuse me. I'm tired today. It was a long day at work. All right. B-I for Lori. Next up is number 15. Number 15. Alrighty. Number 15. Boy, there's quite a delay when I'm waiting for you guys. Okay, so Melanie, you have a B too, so type in, if you have I, then you type in B-I. You have to spell out the word bingo. Okay. And if you're a winner and I don't have your snail mail address, be sure to send it to me in a private message so I can get it off to you. B-I, there you go. Now you're playing. Okay, next number. Number 16. Number 16. All right. Next number. Number 4. B for Carol. Oh, Carol, you're like dragon today. Number 4. So we do play bingo. It's the last Thursday of every month. So mark your calendars. Of course, just mark your calendars for every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, where I do my live Facebooks. BIN for Melanie. All right. Next number is 19. Number 19. Number 19. So every Thursday, 7 p.m. here on Eastern Time, you will find BI for Fran. Now, if I'm not able to do a live, I will definitely post it here so that you'll know. You know, unless, you know, something comes up, I'm under the weather, or who knows, whatever. Sometimes things come up in life, you know. Okay, or I fall asleep and then somebody has to wake me up. And there's no one here to do that, so you'll have to text me. Next number is number 6. If you're wondering, it's 7:05, and where is she? I may have fallen asleep, so someone load up the text and text me and wake me up. Number 6. Number 6. We should be getting close. We should be getting close. Right? All right. BIN for Mary. BI for Carol. I don't know why it keeps coming up like Carol is watching. I know Carol's watching because she's responding. Why does that keep coming up? That's weird. You guys seeing that too, or is that just me? Okay. Next number, number 7. Number 7. And please let me know when you receive your items, because I just mailed a card off. Well, I mailed a bunch of cards, but I was waiting. It was only going across the river to Kingston. And I mailed it last Friday, BI for Lisa. And she just got it today. I mean, BIN for Carol. So let me know that, you know, if you do get, you don't get, you know, whatever. But apparently it takes a week. I did get my card yesterday. Yesterday, the one that I sent. No kidding. See, it's a week. I mailed it on Friday when I went to work. Because cards I can get right off in the mail. If I have to go to the post office, oh, it's a disaster. It's like a danger zone, because the Plains post office, the car rammed into it, so it's closed. So I had to go to the Wilkes-Barre one. And last time I went there, I think I was in line for like 30, 45 minutes in line. It was ridiculous. I may have to try like maybe the Wyoming one, because that was just crazy. It was crazy. We were lined up out the door. It's crazy. Okay, number 20. Number 20. Anybody yet? My goodness. Number 20. Anybody? Okay, we're going to move this along because I know we're getting close. It has to be somebody close. Number 12. Put number 12 there. BING for Mary. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to start watching now. I thought Plains... Oh, did it reopen? I thought they said they were condemning it. I'm going to call them tomorrow. I'll find out. Thank you for letting me know that. Number 12. I love the little Plains post office. It's like right down the road from work. I can run right after work. You go to Wilkes-Barre, man, it's like taking your life in your hands down on South Main Street. Woo! It was scary. I went first thing in the morning on a Saturday, and maybe that was my problem. Okay, but I will check that out tomorrow. Thank you. All right. I will call them. Nobody yet? Okay, let's see. Maybe this is the number. Number 2. Number 2. Number 2. And there it comes up. Mary is watching. Well, no kidding, Mary is watching. She's typing her letters in. What is with Facebook? Okay, there is a little delay there. There was a little stoppage. BIN for Fran. BIN for Cecilia. If something does happen with my connection, just hang in there. Hang in there, the connection, because Service Electric stinks. Mine in mail, sorry. Oh, hey, Betty. I didn't see you come in. Didn't tell me you was here. Any bingos yet? No, 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 no. Okay, we'll keep going. I'm watching my screen as I'm picking. Number 10. Number 10. Number 10. Wow, we're going to run out of numbers soon, people. I know what's going to happen. It's going to be all of you are going to have bingo. Because you all probably picked the same. Ah! Bingo, Mary! Woo! Bingo for Mary. All right. Congratulations, Mary. Let me get a sticky. Let me get a sticky and a pen. All right, Mary. Okay. So, Mary, you have your choice of the rhinestones, the dimensionals, or the pearls. Rhinestones, dimensionals, or pearls. That was fun. That took a long time. Congratulations. All right. And there's Kathy's name. She's watching. Dimensionals. All right. Okay, so the dimensionals are off the table. Okay. Put your name on the back of there. And let me see. Let me put it on my embroidery machine table. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put stickies on the back of these. Then I won't have to be wondering where my stickies are. So these are easier to mail too than the big packages. I just can't believe how expensive postage is. So those of you that came by and picked up, I really do appreciate you stopping by and picking up, because it would have cost me like $40 to mail out prizes. It's just, everything is just so expensive. Okay, I'm putting the numbers back in the basket because I'm going to do another project. Don't forget, we have 2 more games. Speaking of mailing, let me put this aside. Kingston Post Office is small, was always busy when I lived there. But that's not there no more. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It was another post office that reopened. Oh. Okay, did I stop myself here? Or did I lose connection? Okay, we're back. Postage is awful. Awful, awful, awful. All right. What was I saying? Oh, speaking of postage. So the annual catalog is going to be coming out soon. That looks a little blurry, but hang in there. I don't know why it looks blurry. It's cleared up, blurry, cleared up. Come on, focus. Focus, camera. Why is it zooming in and out? Okay, maybe it was that light that was doing it. Focus. Okay. All right. With postage being so high, with all the issues with people not getting their mini catalogs, what I decided to do is I'm not going to have Stampin' Up! Send catalogs. I am going to order catalogs, and I'm going to have them here. If anybody wishes to get the annual catalog when it comes out in May, which is a change of date this time, keep that in mind. You can choose to do a porch pickup, and there'll be no charge. Or, and if you do a porch pickup, I'll throw some little extras in there for you too. And if you decide that, or maybe you're out of the area and I have to ship it to you, then I'm going to have to ask if you can send for postage to help the cost of it, because it's just ridiculous. And I will also throw in some little goodies for you too, in relation to the new catalog. So either way, you're going to get goodies. If you porch pick up, you'll get a little extra goodies, okay? Because I do appreciate you doing that for me. Okay, so Butterfly Brilliance is the stamp set. So I'm going to do a real fun card for you. And this is the stamp. Okay, so it's a huge, huge stamp. Porch pickup is fabulous, and I really do appreciate that. And I leave it between the doors for you, so in case, FYI, it'll be left between the doors. You know, we could set up whatever time is convenient. I could leave it any time, and it's protected between the doors. No one will bother it. I don't really like to leave things if I have to go to work or leave and on the outside of the door, because you don't know with the wind or whatever. But here are the dies that come with it. So there are a lot of dies, and if you're wondering about this one and this one, it cuts out like little squares that look like bricks, and then this one is kind of like a weave, so it cuts that out, along with this one here too, that kind of has little holes. So those are just to add some little dimension. Lots of fun butterflies, and here is that one that will cut out the whole sheet. So here is the Designer Series paper. So that little wall hanging I just did, you just put this right over the top of here, align it up, you know, take your time to align it up. I like to put a Post-it note to hold it down till we get our magnetic platform, and it cuts out all of those butterflies in one swoop. Amazing, right? Okay. All right, so first off, we are going to, of course, make some butterflies. So I did some of this ahead of time, but I want to show you the process of doing it, okay? So I'm using my Stamparatus, something I would suggest. If you do not have one yet, you know, you get one now. Well, Celebration is going on. This is a great time because you can get free items, right? And if you have one, then you know what I'm talking about. You wouldn't, if you have a Stamparatus, you wouldn't need to have all of those different acrylic blocks. This will fit all of our blocks. I'm just checking to see with my magnets, making sure. So this is a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I need to put this underneath. Okay, and I'm going to show you why the Stamparatus is handy. And I just cut it in half, and I'm going to ink up the butterflies. I'm using Memento Black, because I'm going to be coloring them in with the Stampin' blends. Okay, so I'm just inking this up. Make sure your ink pad is, that's another thing on my list I need to get. Need to get more Memento refills. Make sure it's well inked up. So you're going to press this down and just kind of go around on it. You know, press it, press it, press it. And then be careful lifting it. And you'll see, okay, that looks all right, but I want it darker. Now, if you were to use the big acrylic block, there's no way you'd ever be able to realign that, right? So by having a Stamparatus, you just re-ink it and press it again. And if it moves a little bit, you almost have like where you think you're having like a psychotic episode where it looks like 3D. So that's why I say carefully lift it up, because that happened to me before I did this, but when I was waiting for all of you to come. Okay, you could use like your fist, the back of your hand, to rub over that and carefully lift up. See, isn't that much better? Look at that. All right, now this is still wet, so when you're using your Stampin' blends, you want to make sure it's dry, okay, because you see how it's shiny? It's still wet. I'm going to close this up and just put this to the side somewhere here. Oops. Right there. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside because, isn't it really, like, what a difference. But look at the realistic butterflies that stamp makes, the intricate detail of that, okay? So then what I did while I was waiting, let me get them out, I stuck with a variety of colors. I used the colors that were represented in the paper. Let me put that aside. And of course, Stella's here too. All right, so here's the colors I used. I'm going to put this aside and I'm going to show you the one that I already colored. I used the Highland Heather, light and dark. I used the, this is what the Mango Melody, light and dark. Okay. I use the light and dark Bermuda Bay, and then this one is the light and dark Magenta Madness. So that was my color scheme, okay? And I also had my little, what do you call this thing? Color lifter. I used the color lifter in case I made a boo-boo. Or if I wanted to add texture like I did last week, remember with the little wiener dogs? Always good to keep that handy. So then what I did is I basically colored them. So there they are. Here's the one that I didn't like. See, it's almost like, made it look like 3D. Like I thought I was like going in like a hypnosis state. Although, you know, probably be cool. But look at the bright colors with using those Stampin' blends. So those were the colors I stuck with. And I just kept them in a tray. And we can color in your shirt. Oh, my shirt? This one? This is one of those Lola Rula Hula, whatever ones. My daughter, you know, was good for buying me those. So look at how pretty that is. And I didn't even really take a whole lot of time. Just stuck with those colors and did that, right? Okay, so next thing we're going to do, oh, I need my die, is we're going to bring out the dies. And another demonstrator, Jason, and I don't know if Jason is watching. If he's not, maybe he'll watch the replay. He told me about a company on Amazon. And I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I'm just giving you a little tip. So here's the company. It's called Magenta Magnetics. And these are flexible magnets made in Marietta, Ohio, where flexible magnets were invented. So you get 50 of them. Now they have adhesive on them, and they're like so freaking heavy. So these fit perfectly for our dies, and it fits right inside of our stamp cases. So get them off of those papers and put them on these magnet sheets. And but just be prepared. If you order them from Amazon, they are super heavy. So Jason told me about them, and I ordered them, and I'm very happy with them. Because this way, you don't have to worry about losing them, the paper tearing, getting stuck on everything. You've all seen me deal with that. So, great idea. Thank you, Jason. All right. He is a demonstrator up in, I want to say Massachusetts, maybe? All right. So, we're going to bring in Big, I don't want to say Big Betty, because Betty was here, and I don't want her to feel like, you know, I was picking on her or anything, but how about we call this Bertha, Big Bertha? I hate those papers. The tape ends up sticking to the, yes! Then the dies don't stick anymore. Yes, yes, yes. And in your state, yes. And I keep, here's what I keep. Like you saw me, I use the little plastic thing. I keep this, okay? And I keep that in here. You know, you can put your little dies in between it or keep it with it. So then you know that the die's in here. And I keep it right with my stamp set. Like, I mean, you want the stamp set, you're digging for dies, no worries. You have more time to stamp. Okay. All right, so I'm using, this is a Big Bertha. I don't think there's any Berthas in here. And I'm going to use, I have the cutting plate, the little shim, the plastic sheets. And notice how many times I have used this. I don't know if they redesigned these or what, but look at little teeny tiny bend, but you could see how well loved. I keep this one for doing the cutting. And sometimes this one kind of gets a little, you know, whatever, but I try to keep one that isn't cut. That's the topper. And you get little indentations and whatnot. So when I have a problem with the bottom one and it like cracks or whatever, I'll get rid of that one. Use this one as the bottom one and a brand new one for the topper. Just trying to save a little bit of money so that I can buy more stamps. All right, so we're going to align this on here the best you can. Let me get those Post-it notes. They come in handy until a magnetic sheet is available. All right. Okay, can't do two things at once, so I had to think. And put that on there just to hold it. And we'll run it through Big Bertha. I have to make her a little label now. Say, hi, I'm Big Bertha. Who are you? Look at how nice. It just glides through like I'm sailing. I know, I'm nuts. It's the tea. Too much caffeine. Okay, let's save our Post-it note. save everything, right? So you're left with this wonderful template. Don't throw that away. You can do something with that, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so let's check out our butterflies. Oh, look how beautiful they are. Oh my gosh, are they not perfect? Look at how they align perfectly. Get back here. Okay. All right, so we cut out our butterflies, right? So now we're going to do a little something else. What did I do with them? All right, so I'm going to bring my magnet sheet back in, and I'm going to put my big one. And when I put them on here, I put the flat side to the magnet. Okay, so then you won't be cutting into it when, you know, it's... And look at how that stays on there. Oh, I'm so excited. Who thought magnet sheets would make a woman so excited, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these intricate dies, and I'm going to cut these butterflies out. You can use them like this. That's no problem. But I want to make them more intricate. So you can bring in Little Bertha for this if you have a Little Bertha, but being Big Bertha's up here, I'm just going to leave her at the party here. All right. So I'm going to put that one on there, and this one on here. And, oh my gosh, I love these butterflies. I'm going to show you a couple other sets that we have with butterflies. I bet the magnet helps not losing. Yes, and that's what the problem was, Mary. The little ones were like would fall off, and I don't know about you, but in my craft room here, if something hits the floor, forget about it. You'll never find it. It just blends in with everything else. So unless you wanted to go with a big magnet on your hands and knees, which if I go down on my hands and knees looking for like one of these magnets, I may not get up again. So just try to eliminate any of the difficulties that may occur by not letting them happen. So I'm able to put all of them on here. I'm going to put the topper. That one moved a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, here we go. Now these are more intricate, so this takes a little bit more elbow juice. If you hear the cracking, don't worry about the cracking. That's normal. Okay. All right. So I probably should have ran it through twice, but let's just see what happens. I think we'll be okay. If we find that we have to run it through again, we shouldn't. But let me get all my dies off, because this could be a little messy. But I have a solution for that too. See, there's always, if there's a problem, there's always a solution to your problem, right? And I did all the learning before you all came, and all the trial and errors. So I have all, well, not all the answers, but I like to think I have all the answers. Okay, I'm just going to take this whole little piece here. I'm going to put Big Bertha back on the floor next to the Stamparatus. All right, so here we are. Okay. So this is where you would bring in your little die cut thing, and I think I may need to run them through again. But we will just see. Yeah, I think if I ran them through again, they would have just popped right out, because when I did my sample ones, they popped right out. So we do have that little die brush thingy. You can see better on the opposite side. And you're going to poke them through. I should probably redo those. Hold on a sec. Run it through twice. Just an FYI. I know, I just had to bring in little baby to the party, because she was like, what about me? I'm just a little gal, but I do just as good as my mama. So, okay. So, and I did the same with these. I kept one yucky and one good. Although they kind of all look yucky, don't they? Okay. I do have ones already done, so I really shouldn't even do this, but let me get one here. Get the right die. They're very easy to realign. Okay. So you could feel that it's like in the groove. Oh, and she moved. So she says. Okay, there we go. Get on there. Woo, she's tight. Everyone be nice. Oh, there we go. Now they're all, see how they all fall out? Look at that. That's how they should fall out. So run it through front and run it through back, and then you'll have no problemos. And here's where you see a big mess, but let me do another one. Let me do another one. Where's that big one? Let me do that big one. Okay, there we go. So if you pick it up and you wiggle it, you'll feel it goes right in the groove where it should be. And put my topper on and run it through, little baby. And you'll see they'll all just like fall out. Just fall out all over the place. Come on out. And if you just tap it, they'll all come out. Look at that. And you may think, well, that looks ugly. Well, just wait. Don't prejudge. Just wait. Okay. I should just do them all. La, la, la. I hope you guys have time. Let me see if I can line them up here. Line them up. So is anybody watching anything good? I'm going to flip that over. Anybody watching anything good on Netflix? I'm kind of like running out of things to watch. I like to watch Netflix or Amazon Prime Video when I'm up here doing my crafting. Usually something I like to watch that doesn't take too much brain power, because most of the time I'm either, running the, that's the wrong one, running the embroidery machine or stamping or, doing something. And put that one there. Good girls. Oh, somebody was just talking about that. Isn't that a girly thing, though? Like, with girlfriend, boyfriend, kind of mushy kind of drama. It's so bad that I'm actually watching, what is that one? Breaking Bad. I'm watching that over again because it's been a while ago and I think I slept through half of it. But I would check that one out. One of the girls at work was just talking about that. Firefly. Oh, I saw that one. That was cute. See, that's my problem. I saw so many of them. No, not mushy. Okay, because she was saying about one, and she was saying about the girlfriend and boyfriend, and how many years later they found out that they loved each other, and yada, 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 yada. And I'm like, oh, I'm kind of like murder, mystery, crime, kind of, those kind of things I like. Okay. But I will check that out and see. But I'm starting to like run out of things. I'm thinking maybe I should subscribe to Hulu. I had Hulu for a trial when I had my my foot surgery, and I was into the watching, the heck was that? Handmaid's Tale, I think it was. I was really into that. That was nice. All right, I think I have one more. But always up to, and look at this mess I'm making. Oh, the trials and tribulations. You love Hulu? Good Girls, Murder, Mystery, Crime, Funny. Oh, okay. I will. Maybe that wasn't what she was talking about then at work. Maybe she was talking about something else. Look at that. Like, can you see doing something with that? Huh. Wow. Had a free week of stars. I have to catch up on. Oh, Outlander. That's on Netflix. I've watched all of those. Yes. And a new one just came out, but it didn't seem like there were many of them. And I like flew through that. Yeah, I got into that. I like that. All right. There we go. Bing, bada, boom. Let me put my dies away because they're going to do a little quick cleanup here. You're saying quick cleanup? Good golly gee. What is she talking about? She's got a mess on her hands. All right. The cleaning lady's not coming anymore. I don't know why she stopped showing up. Okay, let me make sure so look at this mess. Okay, yeah, you could say you could put a paper under it, and let me get my trash can here, scooch that in, but then you have all these other little doohickeys. Look at this cute little thing. I mean, I think I'm like selling for Amazon now. I had gotten this a while ago. It's like a little sweeper. You probably won't pick up those big ones, but look. Yeah, not the big ones. Look at that. Battery operated. It picks up embossing powder, all those little doohickeys. And you're back to a nice, clean surface. See? Can you hear them in there? And then to empty it, it has a little push. Okay. And look at there, they all are. Can I empty that right in the trash? Ah, I love it. I think it was like, I want to say, was it less than $10? A little ladybug. Love her. So there you go. So head on to Amazon. Okay. How late are we? Oh my gosh, I'm like an hour into this. All right. Okay, so I'm not going to do this. Like I said, I have them done already. Hold on a sec. Where's my little thing of them in? Okay, as soon as I can find my little thing that I put them in. Oh, and they're in my card. Okay, so here you have all these butterflies, right? You bring in your Wink of Stella, and you go over all of these butterflies with Wink of Stella. If you don't have Wink of Stella, girls, where have you been? Okay, so look at that. See, you thought that was ugly before, but Wink of Stella, she makes everything beautiful. So you're going to go all over your butterflies like that, right? Put them aside. Okay, so now this piece that you had that I told you don't get rid of, I did one on a little bit heavier cardstock weight. And here's all my butterflies I did previously. Okay. And let's see. One for the inside, one for the outside. Okay, so I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of this. So I said. And I'm going to stick that to my paper. Then I have my little template. And you could choose, you know, it's okay, you're not going to have all the butterflies. You can choose however you want to put this on there. And then washi tape. Piece of washi tape. And like I said, I'm not going to go through the whole process, but I will show you how it's done. And we're going to put some washi tape on here to hold this down because we don't want it to move. So this is getting you prepped for the paper pumpkin that's coming out. A little bit of sponging. Okay, so there we go. We got that stuck down. Of course, I have Stampin' Up! Washi tape. All right, so we're bringing in the colors. We're bringing in that Mango Melody, Magenta Madness, Bermuda Bay. Still working with those same colors, okay? And we're going to bring in, these are those blending brushes. I need to get more, but I do believe they're on back order. Okay, so I have one for every color. That's the hard part, is not putting the wrong one in the wrong color. How do I know that? Because I almost did. I didn't do it, almost did. All right, so we're gonna, and this is the old style pad. I don't have all the new ones, not yet. All right, so we're gonna start with our lightest color first. And I just almost whacked that in the Bermuda Bay. Lightest color first, into the ink pad, go onto your paper, and then you're going to very gently add color to this. And if you need to add a little more, and I'm going off on the paper because if you were to ink this up and go right on, you're going to get that big zhoosh, and you don't want the zhoosh, okay? So very lightly, these blending brushes are amazing. If you want to add a little bit more, you can go in. But just keep in mind what you're seeing when you remove this mask on here, you're going to see a lot more than what you're seeing currently. Okay, so we're going to go into the Magenta Madness. Add a little bit of that. Okay. You can always go back and add more, but you can never take away. All right. And we have the Bermuda Bay. I'm going to not do too much of this because this will tend to take over like nobody's business. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. All right. So now we're going to pull up our mask. It's a good idea if you have the thick cardstock to make your mask out of. Look at that. Now I'm going to save this mask. You know, it has a sticky on. I'm going to stick it somewhere because I can use that over and over again and get that up. But look at that. Isn't that so nice and light and airy? But like I said, if you wanted to go back and add more color, you can. If you want to add color onto the edge of it, you can. Okay. All right, we're almost done. So I have Bermuda Bay cardstock, basic card layout. I have one for the inside, so just stick that in there. I don't want to be too long on here. And I have this I'm going to put onto the basic black. So it's not that this takes a long time, it's just because I'm explaining. I mean, if you wanted to make a whole bunch of these, you can do these in no time flat. Okay, so this will go onto here. And we'll just leave that one floating inside there. Just leave it floating for now. Okay, right? Now we're going to bring in these butterflies. And what we're going to do is we're going to layer over the top. We're not going to, you don't have to do them all, but just some of them. And I probably shouldn't have layered that on there yet. I wonder if I could still pick that up. Hold on a sec. Because I need to trim it. If I had dental floss, I'd be able to do this. Whoops. You know, like how dental floss, how they cut a cake. Do the same thing. All right, let me bring in my adhesive mat because it's going to stick to my paper. Okay. Don't glue it on yet. All right, so where are my not dimensionals? I want my glue dots. I have a couple left here, but I got a new box. All righty. So I'm just going to use the glue dots. And I'm just going to stick my butterflies on there like that. Now, granted, I really think these would look so much nicer on there. But we'll stick with what we've got. All right, let's see. I like that one. And you'll just put a couple of them on. You're going to layer it over the top. Was that the right one? Maybe that wasn't the right one. Hold on. Come on, come on up. Come on. Is that the one? That the one? This one. Okay, where is that one? This one. I don't really like that color. I need a little bit of color. Not that one. This is the big one. All right, well... Okay, we'll just go with that. We will just go with that. That one don't look like it has any Wink of Stella on it. Wow, we have to fix that. Doesn't look like it does. Just going to go over it lightly. Should have done this before I put it down, but just to show you. Okay? All right, then take your scissors, and we're just going to trim this off. Now you'll see why I'm only doing one card tonight. And trim that off, and then you're going to layer it onto the black. Bada, bada, bada. And try to take your time better than I am. I'm rushing. because we have more bingo to play. And hold on. And then you'll layer that on your black. Okay. See if we can put that back down where it was. And then you can pick out one of your sayings that you did ahead of time, right? Because we have all of these sayings. So what you can do is make your card, don't put a saying on it, and when you need a card, you already got it done. All you have to do is put your saying on it. Let's see, which should we put? Hooray, it's your birthday. There we go. Hooray, it's your birthday. Dimensionals. And this one has like the stitching going around it. I'm telling you, it's a great bundle to add to your collection. Hooray, it's your birthday. Okay, so then you would have that. But let me show you my sample. And here's my sample that I ended up adding some of these gold glitter enamel dots. And look at how pretty that came out. And here's the inside. So for this saying, what I used was one of the other butterfly sets that we have in the catalog, the Butterfly Gala. So I used that butterfly stamped with a magenta, used Wink of Stella, so it kind of colored in that butterfly, and I used one of the sayings from here. And don't forget, you can also do this same type of card with the Touch of Ink, which is a celebration set. And it's a lot larger than it shows up, that you can do the same type of thing, you know, with using that. Okay, so isn't that pretty? So we'll have to zhoosh that one up, and then I'll have to share that with you. Okay, let me clean all this up. This is quite a mess. Oh, and let's play another 2 games of bingo. Let's do 2 games. 2 games. Let me get myself, whoop, throw that on the floor. I got myself at Christmas time, I treated myself to one of those little, well, it's not a Roomba, but it's, you know, one of those little vacuum things. Oh my gosh, I gotta tell you, that is like saving my life. I just love that. Oh, I want to show you one more thing. This one was done on that pearl metallic paper that's in the catalog, the little mini catalog. And I did the same thing on that. Look how pretty that is. It has that pearlescent finish to it. So, that also would be, where's the big butterfly? That also would be beautiful with that pearlescent finish. What was that? Are those magnets? Let me look. Let me see what it says. I'd have to actually, if it doesn't say here. Well, here's the number on it. Let me see. Is that showing up? It's X001B. Is that a G? 15N. Y5. 13N. 13YN. Oh! We want to take a screenshot of that. I'd have to actually look to see, you know, the link. I can put that, you know, later in the comments if anybody wants the actual link from Amazon for that. Okay. Get your numbers, ladies. Let's get going. Let's play another game. 2 games of bingo. We'll make this quick. So we will play a game when we have a winner. We'll continue till we have the next one. It says 2. Does it say on the thing? Does it say on here? Oh, yes, it does. 20. MIL, whatever that is. Yes, 20. Thank you. All right, I need a drink of tea. It says right on the package. Yeah, I wasn't seeing that. I was looking at the number. Okay. You ready for bingo? Everybody ready? Okay, so we'll play 1 game and then we have a winner. And then we'll keep going to have the second winner. Okay? So that we're not here till 9 o'clock because it's already 8:22. And I have some more samples to share with you. All right. Ready. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, let me put that over here. Okay, number 22. 22. Okay. Next is number 4. Number 4. Number 6. Lori has B. Okay. Number 6. B. The bees have it. The bees, the bees, the bees. The bees knees. Just kind of cleaning up a few things while I'm waiting. B for Mary, B for Carol. Well, this is going to be one of those games where everybody's going to have it. Number 9. Number 9. B-I for Kathy, B-I for Carol. Yeah, this is going to be one of those games. B for Nancy. Okay, next is number 24. B-I for Lori, B-I for Melanie. Yeah. All right, well, it's going to be the first two that I see first. Well, what is the first 2 numbers I see first? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. All right, next up, number 25. Number 25. And if you want even more of me, you could come back tomorrow, 6 o'clock. B-I-N for Lori. 6 o'clock I'll be here. We'll be closing up celebration. Samples. I don't know yet what I'm even going to do, but we'll figure it out. Okay. Next is number 2. Number 2. We will figure out as we go. The week just went by and I don't know. Just didn't get to it. B-I for Fran. B-I-N for Nancy. You guys like rigged this up so that you're all going to win. I know it. You all like got together backstage. Number 17, B-I-N-G for Lori. Number 17. Ugh, have to find my numbers. Robin, you already missed a game. B-I-N for Fran. B-I-N-G for Melanie. All right. Number 16. 16. I'm watching my screen. I'm watching. Watching. So the first 2. Number 14. The first 2. B-I-N for Carol. The first one that wins gets their choice of which one they want. Hurry up, Robin. By the time she finds her numbers, we're going to be like done. B-I-N for Kathy. B for Lisa. Number 5. And then after this, I'll have some more samples to share with you. But definitely this will be a bundle you'll want to add to your collection. That you will get so much use out of it. B-I-N-G for Kathy. B-I for Lisa. All right. Next is number 19. Number 19. 14, 16, 17. B-I-N-G-O for Kathy. B-I-N-G for Fran. Lisa is watching. Yes, I know she is. Oh, Kathy, you don't have bingo? Oh, okay. All right. Keep going, people. Keep going. Kathy made a boo-boos. All right. Next up, number 10. Number 10. Number 10. Ba-ba-da-bum. I get my pen ready. Nancy is watching. This pen is so weird that that comes up. 10. Anybody? B-I for Mary. Number 7. B-I-N for Robin. There you go, Robin. You're in playing the game. Number 7. B-I-N-G for Carol. Okay, we're getting close. Just remember the next 2 numbers, the next 2 bingos that come up, then they're the winners. Okay? And then don't go away. See my samples. You're going to love them. Okay. Next up, oops. Number 23. 23. Number 23. The picture looks good tonight. What do you guys think? Does it look nice and clear? It looks nice on my iPad, but I'm hoping it looks clear for you. I posted a YouTube video last week, B-I-N for Mary, from the Facebook Live, and somebody commented it was blurry. They couldn't even watch it. But I don't know. I watched it. It was fine. Bingo. Kathy. Now Kathy got it right. Kathy. Let's see. 5, 9. Where are you? 14, 22, 23. Okay, Kathy. Bingo for real. Okay, so Kathy is the first winner. So, Kathy, which one would you like? The rhinestones or the pearls? You going with the bling or the pearls? Let me know. We'll continue playing. All right. Keep your cards, people, because we're still playing for the next winner. All right, here we go. Maybe this is it. Number 13. Okay, wait, what's Robin? Robin, are those your numbers? Okay, wait. Robin, did you have bingo? If you have the numbers, you have to... Okay, Kathy wants the rhinestones. Okay, Lori has bingo. Oh, Robin, you don't have bingo then? Robin, you have 2. Okay, everybody hold on. Oh, you don't have an 8. Okay. Who was that said bingo? Hold on. Lori? Lori had 2, 9, 13, 22, 24. Okay, Lori. Lori, you're going to be getting the pearls. So congratulations. So we have Lori with the pearls. We have Kathy with the rhinestones. And we have Mary. I'm going to put you over near the embroidery machine. Hold on. And we have Mary with the dimensionals. All right. Woohoo. Okay. Let me put my numbers back in, because we'll need them for next time. We'll have a brand new sheet next time. Congratulations, everyone, to all the winners. Congrats, congrats. So at least this time we didn't have like 3 winners in one game, so that worked out. All right, let me put these in here, and then I'm going to show you some more samples, and then I'll let you go. I'll let you go back to doing whatever it is you do on a Thursday night. Me? I'm going to clean up my mess, post my photos, and maybe check out the suggestions for Netflix. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so let's check out some samples using the bundle that I came up with. Really fun samples. I think you're going to like them. Oh, you're welcome. I'll get them off to the mail because they're a lot easier to mail that way. So some fun samples using the paper and using the bundle. And again, incorporating that, trying to grab it here. Definitely adding the many messages. Makes it quick and simple for your cards. Little bit of layering. Yes, shiny. Wink of Stella and rhinestones. So definitely. Thank you. I love the purple too. And the inside, just use a scrap piece down on the bottom. And it says, thank you ever so much. So we always need thank you cards. So real pretty card. And I'll post all of these on the Facebook here when I'm done. Just have to do a little floofing. Thank you. Here's another one, incorporating the designer series paper. And you know all those little scraps when you're trimming your cardstock? Keep them and do a little bit of layering with them. And this one has thinking of you with sympathy and prayer. Sometimes you just need one of these types of cards. And I just did the layering with that piece. Yes, congrats to the winners. Isn't that pretty? And again, lots of Winka Stella. And I just used the, if you notice, all these colors are using the same color combo that I did with the markers. And a little strip for the inside. And there you have it. Cute card, right? Now last week, if you remember, here's another one. I did the background with the watercolor paper, and forget what the name of that background is. What is it called? Hold on. Have it right here. Painted texture. So I colored, and it actually looks like, it doesn't show up so much on the camera. In person, it looks like it's actually plaster walls. And I used the little, forget what those little things were called. But I kind of thought it looked like a little trail, like, you know, the butterfly trail left behind, you know. Be strong, be brave, you got this. And then on the inside, again, I used that other butterfly stamp set for the saying, because the butterflies don't come with any sayings. So, good things in life are better with you. How pretty is that? And now this one I stamped on the designer series paper. So on the underside of them, let me just pull one here to show you. So on this side, you can stamp your butterflies and cut them out, and then there's no coloring required. So I didn't even have to color that. I didn't use this sheet, I used one of the other ones. Okay, so even though I hate to ruin those because I love them, that's why I bought 2 packs. Okay, this one, quick and simple. Again, using the, this is the designer series paper, this whole background, and those extra strips that are left over. Don't want to throw nothing away. And again, a little saying from the many messages, and a few little blings on there. And there you have that card. And the inside, again, using that extra strip. We don't want to waste anything. We want to use up everything. And that's just a card to say hello. And this was super simple. Working on the same color combos as we did before. And now this one, again, there's those strips again, right? And now this one I used that wood grain paper. Did a little bit of layering with that. Some little dots. I forget what they're called. Acrylic something or another's. And incorporated the purple color. And that one's Your Kindness Means More Than You Could Ever Imagine. And then wishing you a year of magical moments and wonderful memories. And again, using those strips that you would normally want to throw away, but incorporate them into a card. Okay? And then the final one. Now this is a sneak peek. So the PDF flyer that you receive with the $35 purchase and using the host code for the month, like I said, for March is going to be 15 different tutorials for techniques. And this is my technique, so you're getting a sneak peek on this. And of course, I included that texture embossing folder, that painted texture, and I used aluminum foil. Okay, so aluminum foil is on the top of that, and I think you could see the texture of that. Ran it through the embossing folder with the foil, and to find out the rest of it, well, you'll have to get the tutorial. So join my team, or place an order 35 or more for March. Use the host code, and this is going to be my tutorial for that. And on the inside, this is a dragonfly paper with the punch, and super simple to make this card. I'm all about simple, and a fun little technique just with using foil. So I know we sell foil paper, but if you have aluminum foil, you can make it yourself. Okay, you can add some color to that as well if you use like a permanent ink on there. And there you have it. So where is my other sew-away? Also, don't forget we started off with this beautiful sampler. And of course this card as well, using the sponging and cutting out and quick projects, nothing too involved. And you're going to get the glare of that light again, but super fun. So I hope you enjoy this, and don't forget March 2nd is when you can order this whole butterfly slew of products. And I will be posting just to remind you, in case you forgot, to place your order, so that make sure you get it, because you know what happens, things go on back order and nobody wants to wait for something. So I want to make sure that you all get it in the nick of time. So congrats to all the winners. I had a great time. Sorry we went so long, but there was just so much to show you, and I still could probably go for another couple hours. But if you want more and you have nothing else to do tomorrow night, come on back here at 6 o'clock, and we're going to be doing a recap of Celebration, sharing some projects, maybe, who knows, we'll stamp on the fly, right? You guys can help me be creative, and I will post pictures of these. Probably tomorrow I'll wait to get a good picture of this without a glare. And thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you coming. Have a good night. Stay safe. Love you all, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. All right. Bye for now.